right. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I know it's been a while since I've been around. All right. I'm not sure how many people are going to get in here, but we got Marie and Roger. Hey, how's it going? And Ken, hello. I seen a magpie enter there. Are you like the magpie that I've known for years, or are you a different magpie? I have a feeling you're probably a different magpie, but yeah, I'm just asking. Um, okay. So we're live. Hello. All right. Hi, Luna. And my phone's gonna go off. Yeah. So KK got me this shirt. I seen it at Walmart, and I was like, I don't have money yet, and we don't want to go back to Walmart again. I'm like, will you buy this for me? Because it's my birthday. I'm like, I love it. This is Dracula. This is love bites. So I was like, it's my birthday. And anyway, yeah, she bought it for me, but yeah, I did pay her back for a bunch of stuff. We were buying each other a bunch of stuff. So, but yeah, I was like, I'm going to wear this shirt when I come back for a stream. But yes, Roger, you're mentioning something about a Justin. Who's Justin? Is that like what all's been happening with you guys last month? Is there anything new in the debunking world? Because I honestly haven't been fully paying attention. Hello, Special Ed. Um, so we did a lot of stuff last month, me and KK. So we did medieval times. We did the paranormal circus. God, there was other stuff. We did some ghost hunt stuff together just for funsies, like nothing too serious. I'm gonna kind of make like a bit of a silly video out of it. And we did a bunch of stuff. I don't know. We filmed a bunch of stuff. We took a bunch of pictures. So there's gonna be Paranormal Monkey. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Usually he only goes for like an hour. Actually, I could listen to him for longer. To be honest, I wish that he did go longer, but he only goes for like an hour. Usual debunking. It's Beardo's fault. Yes. Yeah, that's accurate. But yeah, it's like we're trying to buy the Conjuring house. Yeah, I did see that one. So like I have a lot of thoughts on it. I'll probably do a video on it because I just seen Beardo's doing a fundraiser. Wait, what? Wait. No, wait. Oh, Beardo's fundraiser for that 24-hour stream you mean, Pammy. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Hello, Magpie. Welcome. Are you the Magpie I've known for like 10 years, or are you like a different Magpie? Might not even be 10 years. I don't even know. 7 years? Something like that. I haven't heard from him in like forever. But yeah, so anything that's paranormal related that me and KK did, I'm gonna be doing a video on this channel, and then anything that's just kind of like medieval times or going to like a waterfront or whatever, I'm gonna put that on the vlog channel. And also, my other bestie, Jilly, she bought me a new phone and and I got a new mic to try as well. Because remember, I said I want to try that shotgun mic so I don't have a mic in front of me so I can like move my hands without worrying about knocking everything over. I got that mic. I have like a new arm and stuff. I'm just like haven't had the time or the energy to mess with it yet. So I got to try it out. Yeah, Jason Hawes is doing the GoFundMe. Wait, what? GoFundMe suspended donations? Why? What? Wait, what? I seen Simply Strange do a video about drama in the comments. Did people like mass report Jason's like fundraiser? Like people from fucking Overnight, Elton's people? Dude, did Elton's people like do that? Because like they were going after Jason in the comments. And I'm like, this is what happens when you weaponize your audience. Like you shouldn't encourage your audience to go after people. You know what I mean? Go after people fairly, but like they're just attacking to attack. Why would it was suspended? The organizer disabled new donations for this fundraiser. Why? What happened? What date is it? We're on the 6th. What happened? What happened? I want to bitch about this in a video. What happened? um, what's Jason's like socials and stuff? I don't even know. What's his like socials? Hold on, I'm gonna bring him up on the phone. I follow him on like YouTube, but did he do a post or anything? Did he say anything? He's doing a live at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay. Okay, let's try to remember to do that. Let's try to remember to go to that. I want to figure out what's going on. Sorry, I'll look at chat. Did anyone say anything? Worked at a haunted radio station for 30 plus years. That's interesting. Actually, I have heard like a lot of haunted radio station stories. Knocking over stuff is the fun part. Oh, I bang my mic all the time. It says that it was disabled by the like the person organizing it. So Jason. I was messing with my name, so formerly Pam Spencer. Ah, okay. I've been trying to find out. Yeah, what the heck happened? Okay, Jason's going live at 8. I do want to make a video about this because I want to I have thoughts. Right, I have thoughts. Whoops. Wait, follow him here. What's his other links and stuff? Does he say anything on any of his socials? I guess he's going to be talking about it on his stream tonight. It would make sense to probably talk about it in more depth on stream, right? Because he's more he's better when he's talking, so it sort of explains better. I'm better too. If I put stuff in text, I'm did he say anything? Did he say anything anywhere? I'm just checking socials. No, it's going to be in his live tonight. Okay. All right. Let's try to remember about his live. You know, it's kind of interesting, my last video. Sorry, I just saw a comment from one of you guys. Okay. All right. We need to figure out what's going on. Jason's going alive, but Hold Off and Hill's live. Yeah, I was thinking I wanted to see what he says, because I have comments on the people that attacked him in Jay Cart's video. Yeah, that video, all of Elton's people started attacking Jason in the comments, and Elton showed up to also, lay in. My hands said I'm having I have not been taking ADHD meds lately, so I'm going to be a little bit more spastic than usual. I'm trying to limit how many I take. Yeah, hey Tracy, no worries. Nice to see ya. Hey Mystic Nima. Yeah, so I know a lot of you guys don't watch the Simply Strange. I watch his stuff once in a while if it's something that I think is important. And his latest one today about the comments on Jay Cart's video, I think is actually important to talk about. Because I have many thoughts and shit that I want to say to Elton, and I will be actually popping off on Elton in my Smurl video, which is coming out this week. I will be popping off a little bit on his pricing model and crap like that. But you know what? I'll add some more context. You know what I'll do is I want to do a little video discussing the Conjuring House, and maybe I'll add my little Elton rant to the Smurl video as well. Because if you're gonna buy a house, this is my preview for you guys. If you're gonna buy a house that had flooding, that had flood damage that wasn't corrected, the place flooded in 2003 or 2007. Wait, when did Lorraine pass away? She was still alive when it flooded. Lorraine Warren, 2019. I think it was 2007. So her place, their home flooded in 2007. It might have been 2003. That flood damage was never taken care of. Nobody fixed it, and nobody actually did proper removal of mold and crap, right? So a big part of Elton's money is going into tearing everything down and removing mold and all this other crap. And I know how much that costs. That costs more than just putting up paint or whatever, cleaning the place or things like that. Mold removal and stuff is crazy expensive. And so if you're going to buy a place that had mold damage that was sitting there for 20 years, don't whine and complain. Don't put that cost, like, don't go and charge $2,000 a month and then say, I have to because this place was so expensive to get started. No, no, no. If you choose to buy a place in this condition, you're choosing to be in the red. Just like when you open any business, because I used to run small businesses, when you open any business, you're choosing to be in the red. If you're going to have like an actual physical location of something, sorry, I'm clapping. If you're going to have a physical location of something, like, you're going to be in the red for anything that's a physical location, and you're going to be in the red for 5 years at least. And that is how every business starts. If you're doing an online business that doesn't have a brick and mortar location, you could probably be in the red for like 1 to 3 years, depending how well you can pull it off. Most people who have a brick and mortar, it's usually 5 to 10 years. So if you're going to buy a house and if you're going to invest in this, like, sorry, man, you rented the artifacts for only 5 years. It's going to take you 5 years to get out of the red. And you're saying, oh, well, I need to charge that much just so we can break even. No, no, no. You bought a place that needed a ridiculous amount of work. You bought a place that needed to be like certain up to code and things like that. You're the one who decided to tear this down and make this stupid meditation area, blah, blah, religious spot. You're the one who, yeah, I watch his streams. You're the one who tore things down and decided to redo like the driveway and the parking lot and all that. Like, that's your choice, man. You didn't have to do that. And putting up the like fences and stuff and the extra security. Again, you're buying the Warrens house. You have millions of followers. You're doing it with Matt Rife. You don't expect people might want to break in. Like, no, these are your choices and you needed to plan better. And him going at Jason Hawes in the comments really pissed me off, to be honest. Listen, I don't like Jason's daughter. I really don't. Cody and Satori deal, the fakers. But Jason's always been pretty straight arrow. I understand, like, he's not going to talk shit about his daughter in public, right? But, like, no. Matt Rife, oh my God. I never did that video. Like, do you guys even... Do you think it would benefit to do a video about Matt Rife? Because I was going to do that and I never got around to it because KK showed up, just busy. Life got busy. I was going to do a video explaining who Matt Rife is and why he's like a complete misogynistic asshole. And like people are like, oh, he's great as a comedian. It's like, no, you don't know about him. Like, you don't know about him. He's a horrible person. He's a very bad person. It's no surprise that Tony and Elton and Matt get along. Like, that should be your teller right there, you know? He probably has to turn a specific profit point or he can't keep the haunted items. No, I think that he leased them. Like, that's in the agreement. I honestly think it's just Matt and Elton are greedy. Like, they want the place to make the money. They want a money maker, just like Sam and Colby and why they're charging so much a night. And they're actually not charging that much compared to Elton and shit. But it's just like how Jacqueline Nunes, who owned the Conjuring house, she was charging an arm and a leg, especially if you wanted to film there and if you wanted to put anything on YouTube. Like, Elton is copying Jacqueline's business model. And all of us had a problem with Jacqueline's business model. So Jason Hawes, I'm going to do this in another video, guys, too. I'm going to repeat myself. Jason Hawes wasn't attacking Elton. He was actually attacking Jacqueline for her business model because she's the one that was charging thousands of dollars a month. There was like $1,000 fee if you're a content creator. And then she needed to confirm your video was okay before you were allowed to post it or she'd sue you, which is what Elton has adopted. So, like, this guy's a piece of shit. Honestly, they're all pieces of shit, man. I'm riled up about it. Sorry, I watched Simply Strange's video and I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, Jason Hawes is like a really chill dude. And I understand he's like he tried to diffuse it. And he's like, Elton, why don't you reach out to me privately if you want to discuss it? Because I didn't think Jason was actually really talking about Elton. I thought he was talking about Jacqueline because Jacqueline created that business model and Elton is copying it. So, like, Elton isn't the one who came up with, gouging people. That was Jacqueline, right? And that's what Jason always had a problem with. And he used to say that all the time. But Elton hasn't been paying attention to what we've all been saying about Jacqueline because he doesn't give a fuck. He only pays attention to what involves him. He doesn't know what Jacqueline used to do. So, birds of a feather flock together. Yeah. Hey, Southern Benita. Yes, welcome. Welcome to everyone else I missed. Sorry, I went on a rant. I'm sure Matt is screaming to make his investment back. I think that they were like expecting, like, the thing is, when Jacqueline bought the Conjuring house, it was already, listen, it's a different beast, right? The Conjuring house was already zoned commercial. It's zoned as like a historic site and a business, right? So then people can come in and do like a day tour. So they can make a couple bucks off a day tour. And I think their day tour is like $4 or $10 or something to go in and do like a little historic day tour, right? And before Jacqueline bought it, you used to be able to like stay the night, and it was like, I think it was like $500 or something, but there was like no weird things about content creators, okay? And that's what Jacqueline, when she bought it, it was already an up and running business with like business patrons, with a reputation. Everything was in perfect working order. So yes, Jacqueline then bumping up the price was no reason to do that. Like, she didn't have to pay to do anything to the business. She was just greedy. She was just greedy, right? So then that's what Jason is commenting on, because he's been commenting on that about Jacqueline since she bought the damn place. All of us have. But Elton, he's so like, okay. When someone, what's the term I'm trying to say? Like, when they doth protest too much, right? Elton's been getting really, really like up in arms when anyone has been questioning how much he's charging a night. I've seen it on he's been doing like explanations for like an hour on his streams and stuff. And now he's going at Jason in the comments. And to me, that screams guilt. You know you're charging too much. You know, hello, phone. Okay. You know that, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, why are you getting so up in arms? Why are you getting so angry? Why do you think that you need to like, why do you need to like defend yourself in a comment when you have Jason's private info and you could have just messaged him, you know? Elton's probably making it where Jason could win the auction. Well, that's the thing though, too, right? Is Elton trying to start a fight with Jason because Elton and Matt want to buy the house? God forbid fucking Elton and Matt will buy the house. But here's the thing too. Selena Spooky Boo wants to buy the house. Fuck no. Like, can we just like not have like this new business model of stupid fake YouTubers, like fake ghost hunter YouTubers buying these places and charging an arm and a leg? Because you know Spooky Boo is going to charge that much too, right? So like, no, I'd rather see it in Jason's hands. My only thing about Jason is like, I'd hate to see him put his daughter working there again, you know, the grifter. But she does know the business. So, like, I get that. But Jason also listens to us. He doesn't immediately get all up in arms and start a fight, right? I just realized I'm wearing two different sandals. Okay. My ADHD is strong right now. So Jason doesn't get all upset. He doesn't have a guilty conscience, right? Like, he's like, I don't know. He's chill about things. And it's like, you can talk to him. So like, I would much rather him own this house because he would actually listen to feedback from people. You know what I mean? Like, he would take people's feedback and then be like, okay, yeah, I hear you, you know? And like, you know, I think that honestly, I don't think it's Satori who's really the grifter. I think it's Cody. You know what I mean? Because he was doing it before he met Satori. So if he let his daughter work there because she knows the business, but not like, let's not have Cody there, or at least if they're working there, have them as employees, but don't let them do that stupid double jointed like bullshit grift, right? Because that's the only thing. I would hate people that believe in them to like go there. It just, I don't know. It's grief vampire stuff. It's like mediums, you know, it's the same thing. It's fake medium bullshit. So like, I understand like wanting, you know, his daughter could make sense working there because she knows the business. She was working there before. But like, let's not do the toe tapping. Okay. Like, but Jason would listen to us about that. Like, if we had an issue with that, he would listen. Hey, James. Yeah, I'm going to see what Jason says tonight. If it looks like he paused the GoFundMe, and I'm going to see what he says tonight, because I do have a lot of thoughts I wasn't actually going to make a video. I was like, we'll see what happens, you know, other than like my only comment I had was about Jason's daughter. I'm like, but I did donate to that GoFundMe that Jason had up because I'd rather him get it. He at least listens to us, right? Yeah, I think Cody is a creep. He gives me those vibes. I do think Satori is just in love with him and just, you know what I mean, doing whatever to appease him. She's just going along with it, right? It's same as like Ed is the one who started grifting first. Lorraine just went along with it because she couldn't divorce him, right? Because back then it was like, oh, divorce, horrible. Because even though the movie said 64, they actually got married in 46. Or no, 45, actually. I wonder if that was encouraged by Nunez. May not have leaned into the gimmick. I'm sure it was encouraged by Jacqueline. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if like Jacqueline knew Cody and then introduced them. You know what I mean? Like I would not be surprised because Jacqueline was kind of grifty too. You know, she legally grift. I don't know. She's one of those people that are like she had money and she just was further ripping off people to make more money. Like she didn't really care about people, you know. The ankle cracking has been thoroughly debunked by now. It has, and we all know that, but there's a lot of people that still believe in them. Go to one of their lives and just look at the chat. Just go look at the comments on their videos. Like they have a lot of people that still believe in them, and I would just hate for the Conjuring House to be the platform used to trick more people. You know what I mean? Like it's mean. It's mean to do that to people. So like let's just not do the toe cracking. That would be my only request from Jason, right? Just let's not do the toe cracking, right? And the thing is my point is Jason would listen to us. Whereas like people are giving feedback to Elton and he's just immediately getting angry and getting his back up against the wall and then like defending every little thing he's doing. And then his millions of followers who are just, riding his, you know what I mean? They don't care. They're not really seeing the problem because most of them are very young and they wouldn't be able to afford a night anyway. And the ones who can afford it are just other content creators who have millions of dollars and they can't distinguish between poor people and them anymore. Which is a whole other thing. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't blame Jason for protecting his daughter, but she's hurt his reputation a little bit. Yeah, I get that he's going to protect her. Like, he never actually said, I believe her, but he never said, yes, she's faking. Like, he's just like, I'm not going to say anything. It's my daughter. And it's like, fair. Fair. I get that. I saw a video by someone who does analysis body language, and the review was on the Warrens. He did not hold back. Is that Spidey? Because I'm going to actually reach out to him. I haven't done that yet. I need to reach out to him. I want to do an interview with him. He's like a big body language analysis dude, and he used to be, or is still, a mentalist as well. He knows Darren. No, not Darren. My brain just farted. The mentalist that I interviewed for the TikTok video, the TikTok psychics. God damn it, I can't remember right now. It's the fibro. I don't remember names. It'll come back to me in like a few minutes. So yeah, I wanted to reach out to him to do an interview about I think you guys will like it. I'm not like, I know that body language has been like debunked a lot, but like my point is that psychics who are scamming people, or even ones who believe that they truly are psychic, they're reading body language, right? And that's sort of what I want to talk to them about. Because like, yeah, you can say it's debunked, but the thing is it works like 90% of the time. So they did their trick on Ghost Nation. Wait, what? Who's Ghost Nation? Tell me more. Morgue. Oh God, Morgue. Yeah, I got to get back to that, man. I have a crazy like list of video. Like, I'm not without topics of videos. I just don't have time and energy to do them all. So, Morgue is on the list though. There's a lot of stuff that was dug up about him. He is 100% a cult leader. He's had like 1 to 2 failed cults before the current cult that he's on. So, he's not very good. He's not a good cult leader. He's just, but yeah, so I'm going to have Spidey on his video. So what I'm going to do, because this is October and spooky month, right? So we did do Paranormal Cirque, and I do want to do like a review on that before it gets too late. Because I know like some people wanted to know my thoughts on it. So what I was going to do, it's a channel called Observe. Okay. That isn't Spidey, but I'll have to check that out. So I want to do, because if they're doing paranormal, wait, are they doing paranormal stuff? Like, I wouldn't mind actually interviewing them too. Sorry, distracted. But if I'm going to do like a video, I wouldn't mind like talking to multiple people if they're like a Observe. Here, let me see. Ekman Group Certified. What is this? Red and Lorraine frauds. Okay, I'll have to check this out here. I'm going to add this to my watch later. Okay. I'll check out his thing. He's doing a little bit of everyone, which is sort of what Spidey does too, right? He did Snow White. Yeah, you guys should go check it out. That looks actually kind of interesting. I'll see if he would do an interview. He has a lot of followers, but like Spidey, I have like an in with. So Spidey is behavior. Oh, fuck, what the hell's his channel again? Behavioral arts. Is that it? Yeah, behavioral arts. So that's the behavioral arts is Spidey, and I have an in with him with mentalist Dustin Dean. There it is. He's friends with Spidey, so I was gonna reach out to Spidey and be like, "Hey, can I do an interview?" So at least I have an in with him, so it's easier to talk to him. I watched Observe before. Oh God, ooh, my back. That how I was not sitting properly. Ow. Oh, they did their trick on Ghost Nation. Wait, who did? Oh, wait, the Cody and Satori. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hate that crap. Ghost Nation was a show Jason did on TV before Ghost Hunters came back about 5 to 6 years ago. Oh, okay. I've watched Observe before, not for many months though. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah. Yeah, Dustin Dean Ken. Yes, I did remember it eventually. So yeah, I have an in with Spidey, so I can talk to him. But like, it'd be cool if I could have the Observe guy on too. He made an awful video about Gabby Petito and she's still missing. It's terrible. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to DV, men should just comment on the men, and women can comment on the women, because I see stuff because I was in a relationship like that. But before I was in that relationship, like there's no way I would be able to notice the nuance. There's nuance when it's someone that's in a DV situation. It's very like slight things that and that's why when I watched like Lorraine and Warren, because I knew them when I was a kid. Like I was totally into their stuff. And then I left the paranormal for a while. I was in this bad relationship. And then I went and watched their stuff now, making videos for you guys, and I was like, oh yeah, Lorraine's showing signs of things. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So like, yeah, I feel like that is an opinion I have, is like, when it comes to DV, why don't you just let the women who have experience with it comment on it, and you can comment on the men's side of things. So the Observe guy, yeah. So I'll check out what he said about Gabby Petito. Yeah. I just had Humpty Dumpty and Soldiers. One of my eggs smelled like fish. Ew, that's disgusting. Yuck. I hate fish. That would gross me out. I would not be able to eat those things for a long time. Yeah, I'll have to check out and see what he said. Yeah, women can see those small things, and only like honestly, only women who have been through it, because I've like seen comments from other women who like haven't been through it. And they're like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. And it's like, well, then you've never lived it. Like, it's different. Once you've lived it, there's little things that we notice that people don't, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. It's like, you wouldn't recognize it unless you were like in it, right? But that's why too, like my video that I want to do is more talking about how psychics, not related to DV, how psychics, like most commonly body language works like 80-90% of the time, and psychics take advantage of that to grift people, right? So the psychic mediums and stuff. So they can be very judgmental too. The women, yeah, there's certain women, yeah, there's some women that are just like self-hating, I swear. Crumpets, I don't like crumpets. I can't get on board with crumpets. They're so gross to me. But I love scones and tea biscuits. I love those. But crumpets are yucky. Yeah, and some men go through stuff too, which is why I'm like, you know what? How about when it comes to this, like, how about let's just like not to be like sexist or anything, but when it comes to DV, let's just stay in our lanes of like, whatever role you are in the relationship. If you're more femme or male presenting or whatever, because yeah, when it comes to DV, I just know from experience, like, I didn't recognize stuff until after I got out of it. And now I'm like, oh, I see a lot of issues now. So yeah. They will say just leave. That's not how it works. No, it takes like at least like minimum they say 7 times trying to leave before you get out. And like, man, I wanted out of mine. Like, I was with them for 15 years. And then after I left too, he like forced himself still in my life for like another 5 years. And then he just turned on me when I was like in dire like need of help for my mom. And so it's like, I realized, wow, you are a piece of shit. Like I was like, I was kind of going back and forth. Like, did I think wrong? Did I? Because see, they do that. They get in your head. But yeah, no. Point is, 15 years I was there until I left. I wanted to leave 5 years in. It was 5 years in. It took me 10 years to get out. Like it's very difficult to get out once you're in, especially when you're living together. When you're living together, it makes it so much harder to do. So yeah. Oh, he got so many people telling him off. He took down the video. Oh, that Gabby was lying. Yeah, I don't really care for that. I think I'll probably just reach out to Spidey then. Gabby wasn't lying. She was actually trying to cover for him. I could tell. So, I just had some Robios tea. It helps with like migraines and headaches and inflammation. That's when I refused to watch them ever again. Yeah, I do have like line in the sands, and I think you guys kind of like have figured that out on my channel. Like if anyone comes in being like sexist, misogynist, like bitching about people who are in DV, like things like that. Those are sort of my like lines in the sand. SA, CSA. Yeah, no. If you're one of those, and I'm like, no. That's when I'm just like, nope, I'm done. Whereas like other things, I'm like, okay, let's see what they're going to do next. Or I might have an opinion about it, but I might still like watch them or see what they're going to do. Right. So, yeah. Yeah. That's why you unsubbed. Yeah. Okay. Then that's probably it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. In 1988, especially, dude, like, and if you think about it, with Lorraine and Warren, Ed, they got married in like 45 and like, it was like end of 45. So like 1945, that was like the time, that was like my grandparents' time too. Like you didn't get divorced back then. That was like, if you got divorced, you needed to be prepared for all the stigma that came with it and figuring out how to support yourself. Right. And she had a daughter, which is why they got married. But we're going to get into that in the Smurls video that's coming out this week. So yeah. As someone who went through DV, I spotted immediately. Oh yeah, I spot like Gabby. I was like, oh yeah, she's covering for him. Like we do that with our like we don't realize it, and then people will hold that against us when we leave. It's like, well, no, that's sort of like part of the issue. That's sort of part of the whole thing, right? So, and yeah, it's tough. Gabby Petito. Ed reminds me of L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see him being something like that. I don't think that he was good enough to get enough people for a cult like L. Ron Hubbard. Like, but yeah. Hey, Marie. Thank you for renewing your membership. Half a year, but been here longer. Yeah, you've been here a while. Yeah. Didn't know all that. It popped up on my feed for obvious reasons. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna watch his Lorraine and Ed video. I'm gonna see what he says. I want to see what he says. Team U, L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah. Yeah, I can see something like that. I'm trying to think of other Team U examples for him. Yeah, I don't know. Ed was a piece of work. So, so I'm gonna do like small videos this month where I'm just gonna do some like reviews because also I'm gonna do a review as well. Oh, thank you, Marie, for sending out a membership. Have you seen the Lore Lodge Annabelle video? Not yet. It's on my to watch list. So like I used to watch the Lore Lodge because I loved how deep like he dove, but then I found that he was too much on board with things. Like he was never skeptical, so I stopped watching him. Then I recently watched one of his other videos where he's finally being skeptical and he's finally like looking at all of the research. And I was like, oh, cool. He's clued in now. It's same as like Lights Out. I used to kind of watch Lights Out because they found obscure cases that were related to the paranormal. And I just found them very interesting. But Lights Out, Josh, the main guy, I think it's Josh, he's very much like a believer. But then the guy who replaced his brother, I've been watching him a long time. He's more skeptical, and he's allowed him to be more skeptical over the last like year or so, like year. And it's first year he didn't let him be so skeptical, but now he's a lot more. He's allowed to talk more. Um, so or he's more open to it. Whatever. I don't want to sound like he's a horrible person or anything. So I'm really into Lights Out right now because I'm seeing Josh. He's starting to wake up. It's like you kind of like you're like, oh yeah, because I was like so like ingrained in and just believing everything my whole life, right? And it's like you kind of have a wake up moment, and then when you see someone else going through it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's starting to realize. He's starting to realize that all this stuff, you know. So Lights Out, I really like them now, like more than before because I'm so horrible with names, but you know the guy with the long hair that kind of looks like Dave Grohl or whatever. So he is now talking more and he's presenting more, and maybe he just got more comfortable, or maybe Josh is like encouraging it. I don't know, but he's now being more skeptical, and Josh is now listening to his skepticism, and they're discussing like what's real and what's not real. And that is getting more interesting to me. So I do recommend going back to Lights Out if you left because they've gotten better. I really like them. Is Monster again on your watch list? I hear it isn't very good, but I had a rant about it. I have been watching all the Monster ones, but you know, I never really everything. So I originally was planning to go to school for criminology, and I really wanted to work in like murder or not murder, homicide, whatever I'm allowed to say on YouTube. That's where I wanted to work, right? And the stuff never grossed me out. I used to have like a really strong stomach. Things never grossed me out. But over the last few years, I've noticed like I really don't like how people are over sensationalizing children being involved in things. Like it's horrible. But also people that are like gross with body parts, like whether they're eating them or turning them into like a skin suit or whatever, that stuff is grossing me out. So I normally do watch all of them, but I'm finding cannibal and weird like making clothing out of skin stuff like I don't know. Again, I think it might just turn my stomach too much. Like I never used to have like a weak stomach for this stuff, but now I do, and I have trouble watching the stuff that's about people like that. So, it got weird 7 to 8. Okay. I'll have to check it out. Like I'm going to end up watching it, but I think I might get grossed out. So, what do you think of that Hancock writer? I think he wrote Fingerprints of the Gods, alternative history guy. Wasn't Hancock a movie that Will Smith was in? Who? What? Hancock writer? I don't know what any of that is. What's Fingerprints of the God? What's that? Fingerprints of the Gods. What's it about? Oh, his last name is Hancock. Okay. What's it about? What's it about? Oh, the evidence for Earth's lost civilization is a 1995 pseudo archaeology book. Does he try? Is this fiction or nonfiction? Is this if he's trying to sell this as like fact? I can't get on board with people like this. I hate this. I hate this to the archaeology misinformation world right now. That's why I really like Mini Minuteman. Shit, what's his name? Milo. 100% recommend his channel. It's called Mini Minuteman, and he is an archaeologist. He actually has a degree in it. He's in the industry, and he debunks all the stupid Instagram reels, AI stuff, all the crap, pseudo archaeology thing. So, yeah, Hitchcock. You meant James. No, the writer's name is Hancock. But yeah, Will Smith did a movie called Hancock. He thinks it's real. Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to read that crap. I don't like. I really like archaeology. That was my first career choice. Like actually wanted to do that my whole life. Really, I love Egypt. I was always in Egypt. And then it was like grade 11, and my friend was still planning to do it. Me and my friend were like super into archaeology and everything. And then I went and spoke with like the guidance counselor, and then they advised me how that career works, like how you get paid and how you find a job in it. And I was like, oh, this is a very difficult career. If I chose this, my likelihood of getting work in the field would be very, very small. And especially because I really want to specialize in Egypt. That was around the time too that the politics started getting worse in Egypt, and then they weren't letting anyone dig anymore. So I ended up going a different path. But yeah, I always wanted to do archaeology. So I hate people that do fake archaeology stuff. So I don't enjoy people getting hurt. Be on the spectrum. I react like it's really unfolding in front of me. Yeah, I think like I don't know, like when it's on TV, and stuff like that. I like have that dissociation. Like I know it's acting. But like if it was like, and I have been. Oh yeah, no, I remember. Oh, that just brought back a memory, Mystic Mima. So I was working at if war and death upset you or anything, this isn't going to be a horrible story, but I mean, if it triggers you. So I was working for the Department of Defense in Canada here for a little while. I was working in their tech department, but I was like in their recruiting division. I was working on like the testing systems and all that. And like the guys, like the people in the military, they a bunch of times on like lunch breaks would like sit around and watch these drone videos, and then they told me and explained to me in all the night vision of what's body parts, which now I know, but I didn't know before. And that disturbed me because they were all sitting around laughing about it, and I was like, I thought that was sand, and they're like, no, that's blood and guts. I'm like, and then they're just sitting there eating lunch, laughing about it. And that really disturbed me. I think that was like a turning point where I was like, no, I'm not okay with seeing like real stuff. I think when it's acted out, it's a bit different. And I do think that there's something to be said. Like we should talk about like past crimes and things to learn from them and recognize like issues in people and things like that. Like we shouldn't forget history. But yeah, it's true crime is now reaching this weird point where like people are they're like, I don't even know what to call it. They're like glamorizing it or overdoing it. Like those are making money off of it. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on true crime. Like I watch it, but then also like it's a fine line lately. People are like pushing way too much. They're getting those like clickbait headlines, right? So, all right, ladies, Friday, yeah, have a good one. He was on Joe Rogan. Oh, never mind. There is one scientist though that I have been watching a lot of, and I think I'm going to quote him on some stuff. But he was on Joe Rogan, and so I tried to look into him. I'm like, is this scientist problematic? To see, because I once like added a Neil deGrasse Tyson thing. I haven't watched him like I don't pay attention to his personal life. I didn't really know, and I hadn't watched him in a few years, like 5 years. And then people are like, "Oh no, he's a horrible person." I was like, "Oh okay." So I want to talk about this other scientist, and then saw he was on Joe Rogan, so I started researching him. But I think he went on there to try to actually change Joe's mind about stuff. So he doesn't seem to be problematic, the scientist. So. It was a superhero movie or anti-hero. Yeah, the Hancock, Will Smith one. It was good. It was good. Yeah. I'm watching Guinness on Netflix. I don't think I know what that is. Mattis the Lore Lodge uses a lot of I from Gerald Brittle Warren bio book, which is heavily pro-Warren based, but he doesn't do enough to debunk the book. He has been debunking stuff lately. So, yeah, if he did a bunch of that for Annabelle, The thing is, he's been more open to stuff lately and understanding the truth behind things. So I think like if people reached out to him, he would probably look into it more because he has Lore Lodge. Josh has been getting a lot more open minded. Lore Lodge has just started. I noticed he just started getting more open minded because it was when he started featuring Missing 411 constantly. I was like, no, that dude is BS. Like, you can't believe this guy, right? And I stopped watching Lore Lodge. Then he did a video where he debunked Missing 411 after he spent like a year or something, like, totally standing for him. I was like, oh, that's good that you're getting some realization that this guy's a piece of crap. Yeah. Um, he's oddly religious too, so he's naturally superstitious. Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of Americans are really religious. That's the thing. You never really know. Yeah, that's the thing. I like Lore Lodge. I like the way he presents, and I do enjoy his stuff, but I don't agree with a lot of his opinions. But I've noticed his opinions are starting to sway. Like he is starting to listen to other like sources. So I think like if you just shared with him and talked to him, he seems to be getting opened up to talking more about that sort of stuff. So, but it is on my to watch list. So if anything, I'll like, comment on it. Um, I disagree. Yeah, Farkle, I disagree with Aiden Mattis from time to time. Oh, from Lore Lodge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do disagree with a lot of his opinions. But like I do agree with some of his opinions. Like he actually seems like a good person and he does try to do a lot of research and stuff and he does do a pretty good job presenting. Um I think he's starting to switch. I've noticed he is starting to kind of realize. So, but if he just used the book as the only source material, then yeah, I would encourage him to start using other resources, just like he did with Missing 411, and then realize the issues with Ed and Lorraine. So, it is on my to watch list. There's another thing that popped up. Oh, the tape library. He did like a huge video on the Warrens. So I was going to watch him. And he normally is more on the like telling the story side of things. The Tape Library and Mystery Archives, Cody from Mystery Archives, which go check out his channel, guys. He's like a friend of the channel. He's like friend of Stevie's too. Like he's a really good guy. Um, he's been going through a lot of shit recently. So go check out Mystery Archives. Go check out the channel. So he's done some work with Tape Library, but I've noticed like Tape Library and Mystery Archives are more about just telling the story as a storytelling channel. Like they're trying to like kind of just tell a spooky story and just like, lose yourself in the story for a little bit. But like especially Cody from Mystery Archives, like he's aware that a lot of stuff has been debunked, right? But he doesn't like concentrate on it too much because they're more about a channel telling story. But I've noticed Tape Library, he will sometimes talk a little bit about the debunks. Although Cody's like talks about them with like certain people like the Warrens and stuff. He talks a little bit about it, but I think him and Cody are about the same. They're like trying to create a channel that's more about storytelling. But they'll briefly touch on like, hey, I'm aware that there's debunks out there, and go check out this if you want to know more or something. So, Mattis is way too critical of him now. I think he needs to be. I think everyone needs to be that critical about that guy, though. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a good guy. He's actually a really bad guy. So, taking notes since I only watch you and Beardo. Oh, you should check out. If anything, like if you like me, go check out Stevie. Truth or Demons podcast is the name of the channel. If you like how I present and how I like work on debunks, you will like Stevie. She's like, me and her are very similar. We talk all the time. Tape Library did a good job. 3-part. Okay, yeah, I will check it out. I do like Tape Library. I watch his stuff for research too because he digs up a lot of good stuff too. So. He kept popping up. I'll check them out now. Yeah, like they're good. Definitely Mystery Archives and Tape Library are both very good. So, said possible Wendigo. Yeah, Lore Lodge did a video of a missing person near me and said a possible Wendigo did it. Or the guy tried to camp in Minnesota winter. Yeah, that's the thing. Lore Lodge, like he really got on board for cryptids for a while there, and I was like, dude. So I kind of stopped watching him, but then now he's flipping. He's realizing. No, it's just, people go missing and shit happens, right? So he's starting to realize and starting to clue in that a lot of this stuff is like just for sensationalizing for people to make money off of. So, the Sand Own Clown, I don't know what that is. Is that Missing 4111? I don't know all the Missing 411 stories. I just know that that guy's actually kind of a jerk. Oh, on Tape Library? Yeah, I haven't watched all of his stuff. I tend to just like kind of watch when I see him, like he covers stuff of like videos I want to do or have done or whatever. He tends to dig up stuff. Actually, he dug up he does sometimes do debunk stuff. He dug up I used a bunch of his video in a video of mine. I can't remember what it was, but he found an interview of somebody that like I could not find this interview anywhere. So I ended up using his footage because the interview kind of was like, you know, debunking a little bit of stuff. So I do like the Tape Library. They are good. um, I've been working right now. Don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, don't get in trouble at work. Yeah. I mean, the Tape Library stuff is just good. Like he's got a really good like narration voice. He kind of tells the story, and if you kind of just like enjoying listening to stories, definitely check him out. But he has been able to like dig up, like he's dug up newspapers, um, old interviews, things like that that I just like have no idea where he found it. You know, so he's really good at digging up stuff, just like Stevie. Like Stevie's really good at digging up stuff, and I'm usually good at digging up stuff. Like we all have like our I think our own ways of digging things up and we don't find everything, but if we kind of like all look at each other's work, then we can piece things together. So I do recommend them. And Mystery Archives Cody, he's got like a really good narration voice too, and you can kind of just fall asleep to them. So yeah. I love the Tape Library style and format. Yeah, yeah. And if you like the Tape Library, if you haven't checked out Mystery Archives, you'll like Mystery Archives as well. He actually just did that video on Crowley, Aleister Crowley or whatever. So I do recommend that people go watch his stuff because he did a lot of research and work on that. So I know that he put in a lot of effort on that one. So just like I don't want to cover Crowley because I dug up stuff. I saw things that were kind of like, I don't like the sounds of this. But then some people were like, oh, it's not true. That was all just in an effort to frame him or something. And I was like, but that was just people saying it wasn't true. But I'm like, well, did anyone prove it wasn't true? And there was like apparently a tape proving his CSA related stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't really want to cover that. So, you know, one Tape Library stories really spooked me. He thought it was hilarious. Yeah, they're both, him and Cody of Mystery Archives, are both really good at telling the story. Like, if you kind of just want to get spooked out, like, they're really good at it. So, Into the Fog, that's another one, too. Like, if you like Into the Fog with Peter, I do recommend Into the Fog. Very good storyteller. Into the Fog, Tape Library, Mystery Archives are all just kind of like channels where you can go enjoy the story, and they encourage, like, well, I don't know about Tape Library personally, but I know Cody and Peter, and they both encourage skeptics and believers to be in their comments and discuss, you know? Yeah, Crowley was one messed up dude. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like Cody on Mystery Archives, he did a very thorough job with Crowley. I just feel like with Crowley, it's like the stuff I dug up hasn't really been substantiated, but apparently there was a tape and that got lost over time. And I'm like, I don't know. The way that people were like saying it was a tape, like it just kind of feels like there actually was one, which makes me wonder. But then I'm like, I hate like, I don't know. It's rough. It's rough hearing that somebody that you're like, because I grew up like in Rosicrucian, and that's actually like, it's actually like an offshoot of Crowley stuff. And I'm just like, I realized that he might not have been a very good person. So I'm like, oh, okay. And also there's sort of like with Crowley, it feels like there's an undertone of like self-hating queer in him, which I don't really care for. But I understand too, it was his time. Like it's the era. People weren't really good about being open about being, queer in any way. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence with stuff where I'm like, oh, once I find out something about somebody, then I'm like, there isn't like a really good debunk that wasn't true. And there isn't really tons of proof that it was true, but it's kind of in the middle. And I'm like, I don't want to make a video on them because I just like, I feel like I can't really comment on either side of it, but I'd want to comment on it. I don't want to leave that out of a video. So Jimmy Page was a major fan of Crowley. A lot of people were big fans of Crowley. A lot of people were big fans of him without realizing like who he was, the type of person that he actually was, right? Crowley was a long-term drug addict. Yeah. Yeah, his brain was kind of like Swiss cheese by the end too. Yeah. Um so yeah, it's like one of those things. I don't know. Also, Peter Laws from it's Into the Fog of Peter Laws. He's very interesting too because he actually went to like seminary school or something. He was like training to be a priest. And I reached out to him when I had some questions about Catholic, but he was trained to be a priest for a different denomination, not Catholic. But so he has these like cool stories about like old like just places in England, old castles and churches and things like that. And he talks about demon stuff. Like he has his own like story where he feels like he's seen a demon. And so I find it very fascinating. I do like talking to people that are open to discussion about religion stuff. But people that just like force the religion on you and they're not listening, it's just like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you. Jimmy Page opened a Crowley bookstore, but only used it to buy rare Crowley books. Really? That seems like not a great business model, but whatever. If you have money to burn. Ken, you're making me want coffee. I do like coffee, but I feel like my ADHD is a little bit today. And if I drink coffee, either I'll fall asleep. I feel like it's one of those days where I just feel like I'm either going to fall asleep or it's going to get worse. Like some days it gets better with coffee, but sometimes you just like feel like, I think I should stay away from caffeine today. Jimmy Page was into ceremonial hermetic magic. Yeah, the thing, like the ideas and stuff that they talked about and the things that kind of built from there. Like, I mean, the tarot is pretty much, you can thank Crowley for it, like pretty much, like as a mystical thing. It was just a card game really before that. He's the one that actually like, well, not really Crowley. Okay, there was someone before him, but then he took it and rolled with it. But there was someone who was trying to do it before him, so there is like a bit of plagiarism in there, which is a whole other thing. I will do a history on tarot because I do find it fascinating. Yeah. Um, Golden Order stuff. Yeah, there's a lot like I could maybe cover sort of the religion because I do like talking about religion. So I could cover like the religious progression. It's not just Crowley, but like what came before him because he took someone else was doing. I can't remember the names. You know me. I have it saved somewhere. They're the ones who started the tarot stuff, and they're the ones who sort of started the idea of what Crowley was preaching. And they started it first, and then from there they just really weren't getting traction with it. I can't remember the whole story. I have it saved. But then Crowley kind of took it and rolled with it because Crowley got kicked out. It was all like these secret clubs, right? These secret occult clubs. And then Crowley got kicked out of that dude's club. And then Crowley's like, fine, I'm just going to start my own. And then Crowley did start his own, and that took off like wildfire for some reason. Um, well, I think there's a lot of, no, I think there's a lot of sort of like, from what I gather from a lot of Crowley stuff, a lot of people were gay back then and weren't allowed to be gay. But with under Crowley, like you were allowed to be gay. So like I think it was kind of like an excuse. I think that's why what attracted so many people to him. So, but it is interesting. Yeah. Yeats, Crowley down the stairs, go Yeats. Yeah. It's a very like it's a very complex story to be honest, and like maybe I could lay it out as just the progression of the story, because then from Crowley, then some people are like, okay, this is getting weird, and they then continued the religious like ideals, but like a different path, and that's sort of the Rosicrucian, and there were other ones too, and they like did their own paths away from Crowley, right? And those ones were a little bit more like they made more sense and weren't as like chaotic. But like, yeah, and yeah, it is very complex, you know. And I know like if I do a video on it too, it's gonna like attract. I know there's people that are like Crowley like fanboys, and they're like, I'm this and this denomination, you know, I made it up to this high in the order, and I know more, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, dude, like. Like okay whatever, you know, like I'm aware that all these things exist, but like you can call yourself a high priest or they have a different name, but whatever, it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care. So I kind of want to just like kind of talk about the story of that religious movement, because it did start off too from there was like the Order of the Rosy Cross, and that's where Rosicrucian kind of built from. But there was like a Crowley aspect in there too. It is very fascinating, and I know some people have asked me to talk about Rosicrucian before, so maybe I could do it like that. Maybe I could kind of talk about it in that format. So we'll see. But yeah, so I want to do a video about this whole. Well, I just want to do like a little video of my thoughts on this whole like Conjuring House thing. But now I want to listen to what Jason has to say at 8 p.m. So I'm gonna watch that. And then I want. Oh, then I'm gonna release a video. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a great vlogger. I want to do more vlogs because I feel like it's fun. I like watching people's vlogs, but I really suck at it because I get like really nervous about filming in public. I get worried that like I'm interrupting people, or I get worried that I'm like missing the moment because I'm looking at it through a lens. I've always been like that, right? Because things look different when you like don't look at your phone. Like it's different colors. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm on a rant. So I didn't take like a ton of stuff from Paranormal Circ. Also because they said like if we pulled our phone out, they were gonna like grab our phones and like do stuff to it, which they 100% were. Like they were doing stuff to the audience, man. They were like all up in our business. So I'm like, if I pulled out my phone, I think they would have taken the phone. Like they 100% would have taken it. They would have flown it across the stage or something, and I would have gotten it back somehow at the at the end. So I do want to do like a review of that, but it's very low. Like I don't have a lot of footage, so it'll just kind of be me talking, right? Then I want to do a review. I want to do another sort of revisit, calm down kind of review of Selena and Chris's movie. But me and KK did review it. Like we talked about it really briefly on that live that we did together where we were trying like snacks from different countries. So we did kind of put our review in there. So I'm going to grab that little bit and probably add it to the House on Eden review. But like we were kind of mean, to be fair. Like, they kind of need it too. But like we were kind of mean, so I also want to kind of just do a calm review, sort of, and then I'll add me and KK's thoughts at the end of it. So I want to do that because House of Eden, I think, is really important for us in the debunking community to actually watch that. Like, to be honest, because like I wish that I could show you guys this cat ball scene. Like I don't know how else to say it, but like this cat ball scene is like the only really good fake that they put in. It was really well done. It was very well done. And just that, and then on top of it, like Selena faking her psychic crap, and she fakes sleepwalking in the video because they're acting, so they're faking. So I think that movie is really important for debunking. I do think that that's important. So I want to do that and do the review of the Paranormal Circ, then do the review of that. Then we have me and KK's little ghost hunt silly video. And then I'll do vlog, I think, for the rest of the stuff because it's sort of like non-paranormal related, right? So I'll probably just throw that in a vlog on the vlog channel. I do have a vlog channel. It's listed everywhere. So Disappointed with Chris, yeah, dude. I keep a lot of stuff off this channel because people want a break, but their last ghost hunt video, there's a few comments in there, and you guys, people are seeing it. I did see a couple comments, and they're like, "Is it just me, or is this happening?" I'm like, "No, it's happening." Like, yeah. So some people are noticing it. I think more people are seeing it now, but I won't talk about it because it's a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens with them. Selena did also just release her deck. And when I was in the premiere of yesterday's video, where we're looking at the deck, a scene from the deck, and it's the worst one that they've ever done. And because it's so obvious that they're like faking, right? So then I was like, you know what? After that day, Selena released a bunch of stuff about her deck. I did make a copy of the video. She released on Instagram, and I was like, I have a lot of thoughts on this, so I might do a video on that. So yeah, I might I might do like these little videos this month, like throughout the month, that are sort of just like my thoughts on things, and they're going to be short. Then I'll have like the bigger videos. So I have, yeah, welcome Merit Posthuman from Netherlands. Welcome. So I have the Smurl video is going to come out this week. Hopefully, I keep like finding more stuff and wanting to add more stuff for you guys, because like I realized too, I'm sort of hitting that point where I'm like, I'm forgetting that there's going to be people that are new to my channel, and I got to get back on track with like, hey, these people might be new to my channel and they might not have watched everything you guys have watched already. So I'm trying to put stuff in, because I'm like, okay, they're probably not going to like go back and watch everything. So I'm trying to like put little things in. And also there's things from other people's channels. I'm like, go watch other, because I know not a lot of people do that. So there's a lot of stuff going into this Smurl video. But it's like, I already covered the Smurl case. So this isn't a deep dive on the case. This is a deep dive on the movie and just all the choices that have been going on with the Warrens estate and their home and everything else. And Tony and Judy being like the next, whatever, they're getting an HBO. I have a lot of comments on this. So that's going to go in there. And then we'll talk about that. Whatever Jason's going to talk about tonight. And then what else I was thinking was, oh crap, hold on. I didn't mean to. Hopefully that didn't mark it as red. Okay. I have a couple. What I want to do is this month, I want to try to do 2 if I can, if not 1. Where I want to do a video sort of like the Bell Witch again, where I'm just going to like pull a spooky story out, and I'm not going to do a lot of debunking. I'll just be like, listen, if there's something out there that people have opinions on, I'm going to show it. But otherwise, I kind of want to do like some videos where I just kind of do a spooky storytelling. And I thought that might be kind of fun, because people really like the Bell Witch things. 6 months and freaky as ever. Thank you, Ken. For your membership again. So yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I have a couple places, and then I asked the research team, like, do you guys have any places like that? Because I kind of want to do like just some videos where light debunking, more about storytelling, just because it's spooky month, right? So we want to I want to add a little bit more. I feel like October is going to be sort of like I want to try to turn like the Vlogmas for like paranormal channels. I feel like October is our Vlogmas. You know what I mean? So I do have a lot of stuff I want to do, and let's just hope that my body and the world around me lets me do the work. So, so that's sort of the plan for this month. So yeah. Anything else comes up too, just let me know, guys, as well, if there's anything that you want to see a video on. Other, like, if there's psychics that you want me to cover, throw their names down. I know I have a huge list of psychics. I'll get to people when I'm getting to people. I'm sorry, like, if it takes too long for me to get to like a psychic you want covered. I'm thinking about maybe covering what's her name? The Donna lady, Donna Serafina. It's not that I have a ton on her, so I don't think it'll be like a 2-hour deep dive, but like I have proof that she's lying. Like I have actual proof from like the courts that she's lying. So it could be a small debunk, but I feel like I want to maybe talk a little bit more, because she freaking released a book talking about her role in helping solve this case. She's literally lying. Everything she's saying is all lies. So, yeah. I did do a Satanic Panic episode, but like there's issues with it. I had to blurt out a lot of stuff in it, and still that video, the monetization gets removed from it like every 2 weeks, and then I have to like appeal it constantly with YouTube, and I'm like, why do I have to keep appealing this? And it's literally like Satanic Panic. I'm like, I don't think I would do another one, because I put a lot of effort into it, and it's like it keeps getting shut down. The monetization keeps getting shut down on it. So Salem stories are always enjoyable. I did cover a lot of Salem, so I don't really know what else I have to say about it. I feel like, I haven't covered like the British witch trials, which are more interesting in my opinion, because they lasted longer. Like maybe covering it as a whole, I don't know if I would do it this month, because I got to do a bunch of research. I would like to cover it as a whole, because like witch trial history itself and the laws around it. And there's actually very interesting stuff with Ben Radford too. So I don't know, that might be actually an interesting. I don't think I would do it this month. I do have thoughts on that though. I could probably do like a witch trial, a history on witch trials or something like that. And there's a lot of stuff in there. And we'll just kind of concentrate on like Europe, right? Europe and Africa. It affects Africa to this day too. So, Son of Sam continues the Satanic Panic trend. You know what? Satanic Panic is like happening again. It's just now it's whatever. I don't really know like that you can put like a, I don't know. We're in another Satanic Panic, but it's not Satanist now. Now it's like random shit that's like what is going on. So if you have allergies, keep Benadryl in hand. Yeah, I have allergies too. Benadryl will put you to sleep though, so you should keep like a non-drowsy one as well. Um, but if you're itchy, oh well, no, James says he's itchy though. But some of the other people, I had it too. See, this is what I need. I need to set up my other mic. I think he was saying that his skin is feeling like crawly because I had that too, and then other people in my Discord have it, and like it's supposed to be like the harvest moon or something. I feel like I'm just feeling it starting up because it causes pressure down on the body. Like I feel it with my migraines because the moon pulls on the earth, and it does. It causes pressure in the air, and I start to feel like weird. But then on top of that too, the weather is like, okay, I'm in Canada. It's October and it's 28 degrees outside right now. Like it was 30 degrees earlier. Like what is happening? This time of the year, it's normally snowing by now. Like the weather is not helping things. I know we've been having unseasonably warm all over the world because global warming isn't real, right? Yeah. It's very interesting. People don't know the actual details. Yeah, there's a lot of details, and so like it's very interesting because I was talking to Ben Radford and I didn't realize with witch trials. So Africa is like the people there. There's like a satanic panic going on there, but it's for witches. And like there's a lot of areas, not the whole necessarily the whole continent, but there's a lot of areas that um they try people as witches. So the whatever the crown or whatever, they reverted witchcraft laws and everything at a certain point. It wasn't actually that long ago. I think it was like 1900 or something. So they reverted it, but they reverted it because Africa apparently was going nuts and they were like putting people to death. They were having a Salem in Africa, which that might be an interesting video on its own, to be honest, because I found that fascinating. I didn't know anything about that. And Ben, he helps people who are there by researching stuff and helping to debunk stuff to like make sure people don't die because there is a witch panic that goes on there even to this day. So it is very interesting. Saw the actors from Blair Witch doing tours, meet and greets, horror cons. I don't know if it's their anniversary or what, but the promo is weirdly situated. That's interesting. I don't really know much about them. I just know like they kind of ruined. I know people who worked in the industry before Blair Witch, and they literally credit Blair Witch to why they left the industry. They ruined film. They ruined the art of making movies. I'm like, yeah, I could see that. ADHD may be part of why you're itchy. Yeah, I think it's like I just think it's in the air, man. Like they're holding hands in a solid stance. I missed it. I missed whatever you're saying. Southern Benita. My brain feels like it's making sparks. Yeah, I honestly I think it's like the temperature and this harvest moon. Like this is a big moon, right? And it's like very close to us. That's why it's so big. And it's a full moon, I think tonight or something. And like that stuff pulls on the earth, like the gravity of it pulls. So yeah, I'm very restless and stuff too. I think it's the weather, it's the moon, it's the whatever. So I think that's what started. My migraine started 2 days ago. Yeah, I'm feeling like my head like has been kind of like is like, are you gonna give me a migraine or are you not giving me a migraine? What's going on? So it's so warm, and the humidity affects my yeah, the humidity does, and it has been really warm. I think it's not helping things. Yeah. Um, moon really affects water signs. I don't know. I'm an earth sign, but it does affect me too. I don't know much about the history in Africa. It's very interesting. I didn't know about it. And then Ben told me about it. I was like, that is fascinating, actually. I think I would like to do a video on it. It's very fascinating. Yeah. I've been researching a British cult from the 70s, 80s. What cult is it? I sleep poorly with full moon. Oh, yeah. I like never sleep, right? When it's full moon. It's horrible. All right, Mystic Mima, you have a good one. You got to go. Yeah, no problem. Do we weigh less during a harvest moon? It's a good question. I don't know. It's a good question. Gosh, hope you don't get a migraine. Yeah, it's kind of like when like the pressure and things are changing. So between the humidity and the heat, and the moon is pulling the gravity and everything's pulling on like the Earth, which causes our tides. Like the moon is important. We need it. But it definitely can cause people with migraine and chronic pain can like act up with stuff like this for sure. Just because the air changes the pressure and everything. But on top of that, I was reading this thing. I don't know if this is like, I don't know. Actually, maybe I should do like, maybe I'll research this and maybe I'll do a video on it. I got to find the name of it. So apparently, and some people are saying that this is like sort of in a pseudoscience area, but I want to actually research it more. And to be fair, I haven't researched it more. There's this thing called, where is it? It's called the Schumann effect. And essentially, like, the Earth has like a heartbeat and a resonance to it. Let me find where's the explanation? Hold on. Let me find it. Schumann resonance. It's called the Schumann resonance. So it's our global electromagnetic resonance generated by lightning discharges in the spherical cavity between Earth's surface and the ionosphere, and consists of standing waves with a fundamental frequency of 7.83 hertz plus several high frequency harmonics. These resonances can be used to study ionospheric conditions and lightning activity, and there's ongoing research into the potential interaction with human biology, though more evidence is needed. I do find this interesting, okay? This is like, it's not true. It's sort of in that, like, we don't have enough information yet, but people have been tracking it over, like, the last few weeks, and I don't know how else to show you guys this. Okay, so, like, the white, let me show you. Okay, so like the white is like really high, like the frequency is super high, and the sun has been like setting off really big sunspots, which is like adding to this too. And this has been white, really high white for like 2 weeks now, and it normally doesn't stay this high. And I think that maybe this is what's causing some of that weird, like, icky feeling. And maybe it's causing people to act psychotic too, because people have been acting really whacked out lately. So I'm kind of interested in this. I might explore it some more. Maybe we could do a video on it, but I do find it interesting. But I definitely don't know a ton about it. And I got to see, like, how much information it is about how it affects human biology. Because I think it might. I've been, like, watching people doing updates on it. And like people are saying like it's just been like really high. And did you guys see the size of that sunspot that came off the other day? I wonder, did I save it? It was the shape of like a butterfly. Hold on, let me show you. Butterfly sunspot. I think it was a butterfly. Yeah, so this happened on like the 12th. I'm like, I know I should probably just share my screen, but I have stuff saved on my phone. So you guys are getting my phone. Okay. Oh yeah. So you guys saw the like crazy auroras, right? That were like on the 12th. So like this is the size of the sunspot that came out. That's the sun. That is the sun. And that causes the ionosphere to like go crazy. Like these are the sunspots. We could see this. Like me and KK were like, should we go drive to see if we can see it? And I was like, well, around here where I am, you really just see white. You don't see the colors. So we're like, we already had a long day, and we're like, no, let's just go home. But we didn't know if we just drove like 10 minutes outside of the city to get to like no light pollution, they looked like this. I've never seen like that before. It's always white for us. And that is how strong this sunspot was. So that was on the 12th. And like this, like resonance thing has been going on for a couple weeks too, sort of since that sunspot as well. So I'm just wondering, like, I'm just curious because I can feel it in my body. I feel like messed up, like I don't feel right. So like, I don't know. And people with migraines and chronic pain, we can feel like stuff in the air, and we can feel like storms coming, like before they're here, before they're even on the radar. Like we just feel like weird stuff, and that's why I'm just wondering. Yeah. So, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I find it interesting, and I kind of want to explore it a little bit. Um, I feel like I have bugs on my skin. Yeah, that's how I felt the other day. Yeah. I was on a channel who was watching Three Eye Atlas, and they also talked about solar activity and poor sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the size of that sunspot was huge, and it's still affecting our ionosphere because it was friggin' massive. You know, like that they released on the 12th, but like it took a couple days to get here. So I think it was like the 14th or something, and those pictures were coming out. And like I've never ever seen the Northern Lights in color like that, and I didn't know if we knew that we could see it in color, we would have done the drive and done it. But because I'm like, it'll just be white. It's nothing like crazy special around here. And we were tired because we came back from Toronto or something. Like we are driving back from Toronto. Um, and yeah, it was just like we're like, yeah, okay, let's just go home. But now then we're in the morning, we're like, oh, we saw everyone's pictures. I'm like, oh man, maybe we should. We regretted not going. So, um, yeah, no worries, Scorpion. We've been talking for a little while now because I know I got to get to make my mom dinner. Oh, we've been talking for almost 2 hours. I know I got to make my mom dinner and stuff too, and I got to get on filming stuff. Yes. Yeah, also affects lightning and other status effects like sprites and jets. Yeah, like I kind of want to like explore this out of curiosity because just as someone with like chronic migraine disorder and chronic pain, like I don't feel right. Like I really am not feeling right lately. It just feels like, and yeah, I've been having days where like I feel like I'm like crawling out of my skin, you know? I have tinnitus in one ear. It's been loud lately. I know pressure can change that too. Yeah, it can. Yeah, I have tinnitus like permanently. Like I've never, I don't remember ever. Like I think I've always had tinnitus. Like I can't go anywhere and it be quiet. I always hear it like constantly. So, but it starts to ring and like go and act up when I'm like around something bad. So, so yeah. Sometimes it just randomly does it for no reason. So does that too. Just asking for a TLDR. Yeah, Scorpion. It's hard to do TLDRs with me in a live stream because my ADHD just fucking I talk about a million different things. So TLDR is I don't even know. So many things. I kind of listed off the videos I'm gonna release for this month. Oh, everyone do go watch Jason tonight because we got to figure out why he suspended the GoFundMe for the Conjuring House. That one's the big one. If you pull anything out of here, let me pull up his thing. I have it here. Um, his channel is at Jason Hawes. Does he have a live scheduled? Oh, he does. Oh, here it is. Okay, hold on. Here. Yeah. Here, let me give you guys a link because I want to encourage y'all to go there after. Hello. Oh my god, open. Oh, okay, the app. Okay, I'll have to open on my desktop if this doesn't work. No, okay, this is working. Okay. Link, go watch that after. Can I, for fuck's sakes, can I pin it? Oh, I don't know what's going on. All right, I put the link. Um, there we go. I got it pinned. Okay. It got canceled or it's suspended. So like he stopped taking donations for the GoFundMe, but like Elton from Overnight and like all of Elton's little minions started attacking Jason Hawes in J Cart's comment section. So like J Cart's put up a video about him and Elton. Oh, did he? Okay, I gotta watch that. Okay. Did he? Okay, I want to figure out what's going on because I have thoughts, and honestly, I don't care for Elton. Something about him too. There's something about him, guys, that just kind of like gives me. He gives me the. I don't know what to call it. My thoughts on Overnight's comments. Okay, yes, go watch Jay Cart's thing too. Here, let me watch that. Add it to my watch later as well. All right. This second one is Jay Cart's. So that's the link to Jay Cart's thing. I don't know. Listen, I'm not the only I don't know if any guys have like felt a little bit like weird, like I don't know, there's something about Elton. There's something about Elton. Because there's been other women who have reached out to me and they're like, do you see what I see? And they'll like send me a clip of something. I'm like, yeah, there's something off there. So I don't know. I don't know about him. And the fact that Elton is best friends with Matt, who we know is an asshole, and also that he gets along with Tony. Like, come on. Jake Hart's had enough drama. Yeah, I don't know why people are always like honestly, Jake Hart isn't even a fire starter. He's not the type of person that starts drama or like feeds into it either. It's so weird. People like use him as like a place to put their drama. Like it's so strange. It happens to him a lot. It's very strange. Yeah. I was gonna watch it. I saw your live. Yeah, I'll be getting off here soon. So then you'll have time to go watch his thing, and then Jason's live is at 8. So I want to figure out what's going on there. Before Elton is the guy who bought the Warrens' house. The guy from Overnight who's best friends with Matt Rife. That's Elton. Yeah. I'll be asleep by then. It's all right, Marie. When you wake up in the morning, I'm sure people will be able to understand what's going on. Jake Hart's just opinionated and honest. Yeah, but he's like still really kind about it. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I get bitchy when I get opinionated. Like, I kind of feel like, that's why I like Beardo. Like, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm a little bit like him. He gets more like angry and like stuff, but I feel like I'm kind of the same. I kind of have the energy. I like the Beardo energy. And I know not everyone likes that, but that's sort of how I feel, right? Whereas like Jake Hart's is kind of like, you know, he's kind of chill to be honest. Like he gives an opinion, but it's very like non-confrontational, I guess you could say. Like Jake Hart's is just a really chill guy. So, and he'll reach out to you too. Like I posted a thing and I was like, yeah, apparently there's people fighting and like posted like the summary of something that happened. And one line said, apparently people from Jake Hart's thing is fighting here or something. Is because I was getting reports of that. And he reached out to me and he's like, hey, this is why this is going on. And it was related to, who we all know the guy who's been harassing everyone for months now. But yeah, like he's just kind of a chill guy. Like it's just weird. Like people get really aggressive like around him. It's so strange. Yeah. I think he's getting shit as he's defended Elton in the past. Elton has invited Jake Hart out. Yeah, he has defended Elton in the past, but he's defended a lot of people in the past. And Jake Hart as well. A lot of people like I think forget. He used to be like a pure believer. It wasn't that long ago that he was like now realizing there's a lot of fakery, right? So it takes a long time for people to deconstruct from from any belief system. And I think like that is a huge part of it, which I actually do want to do a video. I want to talk about that sort of stuff a little bit, just off the cuff. I want to do another like off the cuff video, which I might do tonight because I have been thinking about some stuff I wanted to cover for a while now. So he's the last person you think of for drama. Yeah, exactly. Like He's pretty chill about it, but I understand maybe he has some like still has some contacts and friends in the paranormal area, but he's now like going on more debunking side of things. So maybe it's just the shift. So I had a theory, as a lot of people seem to try to influence him. Yeah, I feel like yeah, there's a couple debunkers. Like I won't name names, and I know we're talking about J cards and stuff, but I have noticed that there are some debunkers that some people try to manipulate or sway because then they can be like, "Hey, I have a debunker on my side." Not that J cards is like a debunker; he's more of just a I think he's just like a commentator on the paranormal because he talks about movies too, and he does movie reviews and stuff. And not us debunkers don't really do that. Although I will be doing some reviews this month, but um, I think there's just something about people being able to sway a skeptic or a debunker, and them wanting to use that then as a badge to be like, I'm telling the truth because this person believed me. I think that does happen a lot. So Satori tried to influence him. Really? Oh wow. Hmm. That's interesting. I'm surprised that that happened. Yeah. I feel like it's like Cody and Satori really remind me of the Warrens. They really do. But it's like I feel like Satori's the like the one who's sort of like planning stuff and like selling the image and sort of like things like that, whereas Cody's like the faker who does the like show, right? So his a reaction channel mostly. Yeah, like Jake Hart's he is. He does reviews, he kind of reacts to things, he talks about his opinion, which his opinion is very honestly in the middle. Like he's not really leaning overly to one side or the other for the majority of things. He's pretty chill, to be honest. So it is weird that people use him, use his like comment sections or use him as like a way to start shit. It's very strange. Yeah. Um, but that's interesting that Satori tried to influence him. I feel like they haven't been trying to convince people lately. I feel like they kind of know that the people who don't believe him, they're never going to be able to convince, and they're just kind of carrying on. That's why I'm like, I don't know, with Conjuring House, I'm down for like I'm totally down for Jason's plan. I just really would hate to see the Cody and Satori team because they really do take advantage of people and they feed on people's grief. So Jake Hart's has stood up for a lot of debunkers. He has. Yeah, no, he has. Like Jake Hart's won't if he knows someone's faking and if he knows someone is grifting, like he won't stand up for that person. Like he is very moral, right? But like he's not like what's that word that people now use? The whole like he's just like a good guy, but he doesn't like throw his morals in people's face. I don't know what that word is that people use now. I can't remember the word. Where people are like you're trying to push your morals on us. It's a new term now. I can't remember it. If I remember it, it would make sense to what I'm trying to say, but I can't remember it. He has all of his stuff. He was a big believer, but if you look at where he was when drama started, he was starting to doubt Cody and Satori, so they tried to keep him from watching the debunkers. Yeah, no, he was like I kind of found him and he was talking like the first video I watched of him, I don't remember what it was, but he was talking about how he used to be a big believer and now he like realizes the issues and stuff and then he's starting to realize that a lot of this stuff is fake and he was kind of talking about it in the first video I seen of him. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy seems interesting. Oh, it was about that, who, the stalker. That's what it was. Yeah. He lets people make their own decision, which is good. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like when people try to say, like YouTubers and creators, when they're like, I'm going to try to be neutral, I think that's a lie to your audience because you're never neutral. Whatever your opinion is going to come out, whether it's in your editing or some body language, some undertones to your voice. If you try to be neutral, it's still obvious that you're like leaning to one side. So in my opinion, it's better to just lean into it. But I honestly think there are people like Jake Hart who are kind of in the middle still, because he's still like learning what's real and what's not real and what's fake and who's lying and who's not. Like he's still at that point where he's learning, right? So I do actually kind of see him in the middle. But otherwise, I always like think it's disingenuous to just be like, I'm going to remain neutral and you can make your own decision. I think I'm pretty obvious in my videos, like my opinion on it. Like you can make your own decision, but like I'm going to tell you my opinion and I'm not going to remain neutral. So yeah, Mike, that whole situation, and it's still happening. Like there's still shit going on. That's why I'm not saying his name, because it just encourages him more. So don't you hear the ankle clicking half the time? Yeah, yeah. To admit you're wrong about your beliefs online is a sign of maturity. Yeah, it's even just like yeah, it's like I'm finding like people are doing it more and more. Like I'm seeing a lot of deconstruction, but we're hearing it more like deconstruction from the church. But I think there's a deconstruction from other religions and belief systems. And that's sort of the video I want to talk. I want to do an off the cuff like talk of just discussing that. Not like a research or anything. I just want to kind of talk about the belief systems. It's happening to more and more people, and it's not just religion based, it's other things too. So um, it's died down because we all aren't talking about it, Roger, but he's not arrested yet. No, unfortunately. Um, Kitty. Oh yeah, there's Kitty. Did we get toe beans during this live? I don't know. She was like screaming at me the whole time I was getting ready, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna feed you some soft food because you're like freaking out. And then she just like wasn't here the whole time. So now she's back. She's probably hungry. I think he thought about trying to buy it before, and by maybe mistaken. I really don't think he let Cody and Story get involved. I don't know, Kelly, what you mean. Yeah. I feel like people are trying to get Ben from Simply Strange on their side too. Yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben is problematic and he sucks for people who are. I wasn't there when he did what he did to like Beardo and everyone else, so like I don't have the emotion from the experience. Like I wasn't there, right? I wasn't back on YouTube then yet, and I didn't know what happened. So like I hear horrible things about him, but I never experienced it and I don't know it myself. But I do believe everyone that it happened. But I also am seeing that Ben is trying really hard as well to like make up for his past mistakes, which is admirable. And I do think that's important and we got to recognize that. Him starting up his channel and saying like, hey, we're faking this stuff and it's like, it's fake ghost videos and he's still doing it is like, he does have like a disclaimer. The disclaimers in the channel, the disclaimers in each video, and that's what we keep asking for as debunkers. And I do think it's important for us to recognize he has been doing what we've asked. We asked him to come clean and finally admit that he was in the wrong. He did do a video doing that. So like anything that we've been asking him to do to prove like that he's changed, he has done. But like I know he hurt a lot of people, and I guess I just don't really understand the extent of the hurt, I guess. Like I don't know. I don't know. I can't really like fully lock in on like why he's. I know why, like I've heard the stories, but like I do see he's been trying really hard. So same, it was before I found everyone. I love Purple. I agree. It's admirable for him to try and be honest, but he started a drama channel. He does have other drama channels. Yeah, like he is also a drama YouTuber, but on top of that too, he's like telling. I've noticed he's like reporting the news, but he's not giving an opinion on it. Whereas like I watch a lot of drama YouTubers because I like hearing their opinion on whatever random stupid crap that they're talking about. I like opinion pieces, but he does try to stay neutral and he's trying to act like a journalistic like TMZ. I've said like he's like the TMZ of the paranormal community, right? And I've talked to him privately because like when I like was talking about the Zach thing when that first happened, and then I had an issue with someone that was in the community, and I did that video and I was talking about. Ben reached out to me and he's like, "Are you okay? I heard that something from my video made someone attack you." And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "It was a combination. It wasn't just your video. Like it was a bunch of other stuff." And he reached out to me, and like Yeah, and that's where like I wasn't here for hey Paranormal Monkey. I wasn't here for I guess the purple thing, and then I think what did Ben was it the Paranormal Solutions and he caused her to leave YouTube for a little while? Like I wasn't here and I guess I just don't really know the details of everything that happened. But all like I am here now and I do see like I have noticed everything that we've asked Ben to do, he's done. Like everything that we have asked him to do. So like I do feel like he's trying really hard. But I don't know how he makes it up to the people that he hurt the most. So I'm kind of like in the middle with him, you know? And in the end, he is sort of, he does have other drama channels that are just about like other, you know, drama. It's like YouTube drama. So like he is in the drama industry. So like he's going to be critiqued for that in general too. So I don't know. It's, yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle on the fence with him, to be honest. I still watch his lives and play DDG with him. Oh, you mean Purple? Yeah. Hey, Alexis. Yeah, I'm wrapping up here. But so again, I pinned the live. Go and watch Jason Hawes live. He's going to be live in about 2 hours. Also watch Jay Cart's video. I put it in the text earlier up because Elton went at Jason Hawes in Jay Cart's comments, and then Jason has paused the GoFundMe thing. So I want to figure out what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to be watching all that stuff because I was going to make a video because I had some thoughts on Elton's comments really pissed me off. Elton and like clearly Elton fans, his minions, were going at Jason Hawes in the comments and that stuff kind of pissed me off. So, so I want to make a video because I have opinions on it. But since now Jason has paused the thing, and I want to hear what Jason has to say as to what's going on. So, but yeah, I will end this stream here because I do also have to get my mom some dinner too. And yeah, so this week, keep an eye out for my next video. I'm going to be releasing the Smurl thing where like Stevie and us talked about the film. And not just the film, but like Tony and the family and all that crap. And then I have extra stuff I'm going to be adding to that because I got some receipts and things. I got some like different stuff. Also my opinion on Elton and his business model. That's also, I already filmed something for that before all this drama happened on J Cards. It's been up in members for a while now. So I'm going to add more to it after this Jason Hawes thing because I have a lot of opinions on his business model. So yeah. I mostly know of Elton from J Cards. Made him seem canny. I don't know what canny means. I've seen the Warren's house stuff change my mind. Yeah, I didn't know who Elton was. It's the Warren. I knew who Matt Rife is because I liked watching his stand-up stuff, and then he completely turned on women, like specifically women. So Matt Rife is not a good person. He is a horrible person. Like, yeah, I want to do a video. I don't know because I don't know if people even know. Like when people got upset with him for making fun of like women in DV, he then said, "Here's a link to my apology video," and it was a link to buy helmets for people who have like special needs and need helmets so that they don't get like brain injuries. Now, like that's offensive too, on top of everything else. So, but yeah. Matt's not good. So, all right, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna go do all that stuff. Let's take a look at what Jason Hawes and what's gonna happen. Those of you who are in the UK, go get some sleep. When you wake up in the morning, I'm sure a lot of people will be talking about it. So, I'm gonna try to release little small videos throughout this month too, like maybe midweek or something of just like a review or an opinion piece or something. And then I'm going to be working on like big videos for the weekend kind of deal. So that's sort of the plan. So cross our fingers that it all works well. Also keep an eye out on my vlog channel because I will do vlog as well in there. Oh, and I also started writing a story. I forgot to tell you, my Storytime channel, I am writing a sort of creepypasta to a universe to then put another creepypasta universe inside of. And I'm writing it Anyway, it's going to be like a story time thing. I'm really excited for it, but it's going to be like a lot of like, I don't know. I'm taking ideas from some other podcasts and some creepypastas and stuff. So eventually I'll get all that stuff recorded too. That's what I'm hoping to do. I started writing it. So yeah. Okay, I will talk to you guys later, and I guess next live we'll do like next week probably. So but yeah. All right, you guys have a good rest of your night. Please go check out Jason's stream and let's see what's going on with that as well. And yeah, otherwise I will talk to you guys in the